Welcome in, everyone. Wasn't really thinking I was going to do a live stream tonight, but it is what it is. And as you can see from the radar, we have quite the nasty storm that is moving through the southern part of Dallas County. So definitely, if you know people that live south of I-30, definitely give them a heads up. This storm has had a history of producing 2.25 inch hail. So that's nothing to mess around with. Now, it's come down somewhat. I think the latest report I saw on this storm was golf ball size hail, which is 1.75 inches. And we put this in motion, and you can see the general motion is going to be to the east. You see the severe thunderstorm warning box in the yellow. Again, basically Dallas County south of I-30. And the intensity has come down some. It's obviously still a severe warned storm. They just got rid of the Tarrant County portion of the warning. But again, the general motion is to the east, maybe just a slight north of east, but really east, I guess you could say. And we expand this out, you can see that this is, let's see, let me make sure I got this right. Okay. There we go. So again, you can see the storm has come down in intensity quite a bit. However, as you can see, we have other storms off to the west. And I apologize, I'll get a little feedback. And by the way, I am live streaming to Instagram, and I do not know if you guys, my screen is not updated on Instagram, so I don't know if you are seeing the screen. If not, you'll have to hop over to X, YouTube, or Facebook. So if you don't see it on Instagram, my apologies. That's still kind of an experimental thing. But if you don't see it, go to YouTube, Facebook, or X. You can follow me there. All right. So again, you can see the motion in the storms here. And like I said, for the longest time this afternoon, the storms were moving out to the southeast.
Paula Loza.
And then you have
I can see you in both.
Oh, okay, great, Paula. Thank you. It's not updated on my side on Instagram, so just want to make sure. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. And let me do something here real quick before I forget. There we go. All right. Okay, so let me stop this. So the storm in southern Dallas County is trending down. Now, again, it's in an environment that it can still pulse up again, so that's what we got to watch out for. And this storm, and we expand out just even more, and we'll put this in motion again. So this storm is actually what we call a left split storm. So these storms, as you could tell earlier in the afternoon, were moving to the southeast, right movers, if you will. And then this storm that formed in Johnson County did a left split, and these left split storms are notorious for producing large hail. And that's what we saw in South Fort Worth. I saw a lot of hail reports. Like I said, I think the biggest hail report I saw was 2.75, which again is nothing to mess around with. Well, obviously, I wanted to come on and watch this storm, kind of give you a heads up on what the storm is going to do. And like I said before, this storm has come down a little bit in intensity. Nothing to hold your just to breathe a sigh of relief on yet. Now, the storm out in Parker County and Palo Pinto County, this storm right here, got to watch this. If you put this in motion, I think you're going to see the same thing. You're going to see in general east, maybe just north of east motion with this storm. And this storm produced some pretty big hail earlier, west of Weatherford. And it still has a decent hail core on it. So let's zoom in on this storm here. So there's the higher reflectivity, but if we go to the hydrometer classification, which gives us an idea, whenever you see yellow on this, then that is an indication of pretty big hail. Typically, it's at least golf ball size, maybe larger, 2 inches. So there's still a small, but there's still a hail core on this particular storm. Not really concerned about a tornado threat with these storms. It's just the environment is just not conducive for that, thankfully, but it is conducive for hail. So again, Weatherford's right here. So if you know anybody that lives in Weatherford, definitely give them a heads up. It's moving your way. And if it were to hold together long enough, it would start to affect the Tarrant and Dallas County areas. But again, you can see this motion here is, like I said, maybe just just north of due east, I should say. So that's something we're going to have to watch. If you put the time on here, it's not moving very fast. So it would not even get to Tarrant County until like 9 o'clock. So a lot can happen between now and then. And you get a bigger sense here of the motion. And again, everything was moving southeast until we got these left split supercells that had wanted to move east and even a little bit northeast. Right now, I don't see a big threat for the Garland-Sachse Rowlett area. Right now, anybody north of I-30, I don't see a big threat on that. But if, things could change, it'd definitely be something worth watching. But, you probably heard some hail reports, or maybe you didn't. That's why I came out. So let's look at some pictures through Storm Chasers, and yeah, there was definitely some pretty big hail that was reported. So the bottom line is this: is that between now and 10 o'clock, give or take, just be aware of the weather. It could get a little nasty if it got really nasty in the immediate Garland-Sachse Rowlett area and area adjacent to that. I would definitely pop back on, but I just wanted to give a quick update. Don't see a lot of comments in the chat, so if you had comments, now's the time to ask them. If not, I'll be watching this storm, and then we will see what comes of it. But right now, we are on a downward trend, which is good. But again, as I said earlier, especially if you're just joining us, these storms they've been kind of pulsing up and down. So it's just something we definitely want to keep an eye on. And just for reference, hopefully this shows up pretty good. But Sachse's right there. Put these storms in motion. And like I said, initially going southeast, these left split supercells moved to the north, to the east, northeast, really more east. And so I'm thinking that we are still on the cool side of the outflow boundary from storms this morning. So it is something that will probably help us, but these storms had ridden over the boundary, and that's why we don't have a tornado threat, but we have a hail threat. So that's why it's nothing to let your guard down yet, and I'm certainly going to be watching it. But just wanted to pop on and tell you what was going on. And so the immediate concern is, as a matter of fact, we'll look at this warning. What's the latest on this? This warning is in effect till 8:15 for southern Dallas County, basically everything south of I-30. 65 mile an hour wind gusts, $half size hail. So that's definitely come down from what it was about almost an hour ago. This storm out here, a little more formidable. This goes until 8:30, 2-inch hail, 60 mile an hour wind gusts. So again, we saw that hail core out there. But again, that's a ways away from the Metroplex, and a lot can happen between now and then. So just something that you just want to keep an eye on. But for now, if you're out and about, if you're outside in our our neck of the woods, you're okay. But like I always say, if you hear thunder, that means it's thunder roars. Go indoors. If you've ever heard that phrase, because if you can hear thunder, that means you can be struck by lightning. So if you hear that, nothing intimate right now, so don't worry about that. I'm just saying, but in the future, if you hear something, then go inside. It's not worth it. Other than that, that's really about it. I don't see any other comments in the chat. Thank you, Instagram audience. I will try to do that more. I know the screen doesn't work very well for you guys, but I'll try to fix that. But anyway, with that, I will sign off for now. As always, I'm watching the weather so you don't have to. Hope everyone has a great rest of your evening. Stay weather aware tonight. I'll keep on top of it. And then lastly, I will say the rest of the week, chances for storms almost every day. Tuesday and Wednesday would be our better chance to see severe weather. Tomorrow we may see a little bit of a lull. But tonight we will see these storms get close to our area, may even touch our area, hopefully not. But if they do get close, especially if there's warnings issued, then I'll hop back on and walk you through all that and make sure that we're all A-okay. As always, I'm watching the weather so you don't have to. Hope everyone has a great rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you soon.